Two of the most requested breast pumps in our DMs and YouTube comments are the Pumpables Genie Advanced and the Baby Buddha 2.0. They're both powerful, portable, and beloved by many exclusive pumpers, but they act, feel, and function very differently. By the end of this video, you'll know which of these two pumps may work best for you, your style, and your milk supply goals. Today, I'm hoping to go beyond the marketing sheets and show you the real suction strength, cycle speed, suction patterns that we measured ourselves. We have tested a lot of breast pumps here at New Little Life, and we have found that pumps behave differently. So while these two pumps, if you look at the simple specs, simple suction, lanyards and things like that, they're pretty similar, but they are actually quite different. If you enjoy data and comparisons like what I'm about to show you, or if you're looking for a pump, trying to find settings that match between two pumps, we have a whole breast pump data library available for you with some really fun tools in there. I'll put a link down in the description for you. That data library also pairs really well with our free course on choosing a breast pump. Okay, here's the short version before we go deep. Okay, Pumpables Genie Advanced is extremely customizable. It's very gentle while still strong, a lot thanks to its liquid shield kit that it comes with, and has programmable sessions so you can set it and forget it. Baby Buddha 2.0 is small and powerful. Now let's break it down. By the way, I'm not associated with either of these companies or any breast pump company, but we do have some coupon codes on both of these, I believe, so I will have our affiliate manager at New Little Life put those down in the description for you. Okay, let's talk about the design and build really quick, and then we'll get into some of the metrics here. So let's start with the Genie Advanced. Weighs about a half a pound, fits in your hand. It does have the option of a lanyard or a clip, which is kind of nice. This also does fit in a scrub top for any of you fellow nurses who are wondering that. It has a pretty standard tubing setup, meaning that you can use a lot of different flange systems with this, not just the liquid shield kit that it comes with. You could actually buy just the pump, or you can get the liquid shield kit with it as well. And that flange system functions very differently from normal flanges. It's got a compression style flange. It's soft silicone. It's very unique, and it's meant to mimic the baby's compression that happens at the breast. I do have a lot of clients that like those, and it does make for really comfortable pumping. It often feels softer and a little bit more natural, so it might be nice for sensitive nipples. We use this flange with other pumps as well pretty often. It's a nice flange if you need that compression style. All right, the Baby Buddha is smaller and lighter for sure. Not a lot. It's about 0.4 pounds instead of 0.5, which was the Genie Advanced, but it is smaller. It has a keypad for navigating. It used to be a rollerball for a long time, but all of them that you'll get now will have the keypad, which I actually kind of like. This works well with both hard and soft flange systems, but it does come with a hard plastic flange and a cushion, I believe it is, which the flange kit isn't my favorite, but it works well. You can also pair this with other systems as well. Baby Buddha does make their own cups, which is lovely if you want a cup to go with a pump as well. This pump has strong suction, so be careful with what flanges and cups you pair with it. Sometimes it can get dangerously high. I'll put one example in a video down below for you. You can wear it around your neck with a lanyard if you want, and it's small enough to fit in almost any pocket. Now for the power talk. All of today's data comes from our in-house BPVMS testing system by New Little Life. A lot of you like to call this the booby barometer. So again, a lot of the data that we're going to be sharing today is data that we've tested and collected ourselves. Again, all of that data and some really fun comparison tools are available for you in our breast pump library. We measured on these two pumps we're talking about today: suction strength in mmHg, cycle speed in CPM is usually how that's noted, and documented the suction pattern for each level as well. So this is information you're not gonna be able to find anywhere else, but it directly impacts comfort, letdowns, and output. So here is some side-by-side data in expression mode. When you're single pumping, the Baby Buddha maxes out its suction at level 6. And that's largely because of the backflow protector, the flange kit that it's set up with, which is why the flange kit is really important to how the pump functions. If I put a different style flange kit on, it will keep going up much higher. The pump is capable of a lot, but the flange kit holds it back, probably on purpose, because we don't want it to go crazy high, okay? That's gonna be important for later, remember that. The Genie Advanced is much more consistent there. When we switch this over to double pumping, overall, they have some pretty similar suction capabilities, although the Baby Buddha can get a little bit higher in suction if you do need kind of that extreme high suction. I don't know very many people that are using anything above what the Genie Advanced can even do, but if you do want higher section Baby Buddha is the one there. Again, you have to be careful and make sure that what you're using it with, the flanges or cups, is not causing the suction to go kind of crazy. The Genie Advanced is a bit more versatile, and I rarely hear of anyone maxing out the suction there, so there's no problems in that maximum suction on either of these pumps. So both of these have plenty of suction, and again, more suction is not always better. Another video down below on that for you. But if you are looking at pure power, Baby Buddha wins this one. But pumps are so much more than suction, which is where we're headed next. Let's talk about cycle speeds. On the Pumpables Genie Advanced, cycle speeds start at about 60 cycles per minute in expression mode and drop to 24 cycles per minute at its max section. The big selling point here is that it has multiple options for you to pick for speed, as well as programmable memory slots, so you can store your preferred cycle speeds and suction at every level without having to kind of fiddling around with it. I always love when a pump gives you multiple options and gives you a wide range of options too. That's why this pump is one of the favorites to pair with a Spectra 1 or Spectra 2, because you can match up the speeds a lot closer because you have some options. Cycle speed also stays consistent in stimulation mode at 70 cycles per minute, which is, it's less common that it stays consistent throughout all the levels on smaller portable pumps. So that's actually a really great feature for me. I don't love it when the speed goes down as the suction goes up. I mean, not the end of the world. That's common on a lot of pumps, but I always prefer when it stays at the same speed for you. That way you can adjust the suction how you want, knowing that the speed is the same. While the Baby Buddha has pretty strong suction, the cycle speed drops sharply when you increase the suction levels. In expression mode, it falls from 50 cycles per minute on suction level 1 to 8 cycles per minute at its max suction. That means that your breast is under suction for a very long time because you're only getting 8 cycles per minute. It's a lot of sustained suction. Again, I don't know anyone who can even hit the maximum suction on this pump because it is that strong, but the speed is going to go inversely with the suction. In stimulation mode, the speed is tied to the suction as well. So the higher suction you go, the slower the speed. Again, common on pumps. That's not that weird that it does that, but again, not my favorite. I like to see faster cycle speeds. I don't like it when it goes down. In stimulation mode on this one as well, the suction is set to increase automatically every 20 seconds or so, unless you manually adjust it and tell it to stop. So be careful that it doesn't get up there too high on you accidentally. I tend to see better results kind of across the board in cycle speeds when they're a little bit higher. So the Genie Advanced wins this one for me. It's consistent in stimulation mode and gives you those 3 speed options in expression mode, which I really like. The speed options on the Genie Advanced also make it one of my favorites, like I said, to pair with the Spectra pump, which almost everyone loves. We do have a setting comparison sheet on those 2 pumps specifically as a freebie down below for you if you'd like. Strength and speed are only part of the story. The pattern of suction matters too, and that's where these pumps are a little bit different as well. Let's start with the Baby Buddha this time, since it's a little bit more interesting. It has 3 different modes for you. It's got soft stimulation, which is actually just like a classic stimulation mode that we use. It's got its signature stimulation mode, which I'll show you a graph in just a second, and then it's got expression mode. So it's a little bit of variety here, which is kind of fun. The classic mode of the stimulation that Baby Buddha ran for a long time looks like this. It used to be the only one that you could have, and I complained to this company for years saying, I won't recommend this pump because this, 10 lower suctions and then a really long burst is just wild. It's too much suction, especially this is the first mode you put it on. Your nipples are new and you're like, bam, here's a ton of suction. But they did change it, and actually the first mode that you come on is just a really normal stimulation mode, which I like. But they did keep that extra one on there because a lot of people liked it too. If you didn't hate it, you loved it. It was kind of really polarized. So happy that they did that. The suction pattern of the Genie Advanced is very classic. Gradual up and down, nothing too fancy, which sometimes I like. It's just easy, right? The patterns are very similar in stimulation and expression mode, and it's really just the speed that you have changed there. In this section, it's kind of a toss-up for me between these 2 pumps. With the Baby Buddha update, they're both really likely to work well for you based on both of their suction patterns. The Genie Advanced steadier rhythm can feel a little bit more natural, which may help in triggering letdowns. Baby Buddha's slower, stronger pulls, even at higher levels, can speed up milk removal a little bit if you can tolerate or you want higher suction. So I think it just kind of depends on the style you're looking for. For comfort and experience, this is where user experience really splits here. The Genie Advanced comes with a liquid shield kit, which makes it one of the gentlest portable pumps. The compressions of the nipple rather than just pulling can help with letdowns for some users. It can also be helpful with elastic tissue, or if you just are really sensitive or if nipples rubbing a lot is causing you a lot of problem. It's also really forgiving if you're in the middle of any nipple healing or sensitivity issues. Baby Buddha uses a lot more traditional suction, which can feel strong, especially in the higher modes. Some love that get it done power and have trained their letdowns to really respond to the feel of strong suction. Others need to find and stay in that mid-range for more comfort. If you're prone to nipple pain or have vasospasms, the Genie Advanced is probably the way to go. It will feel much kinder. If you're chasing strong, long suction, Baby Buddha might appeal to you. Some cups that pair well with both of these pumps. Baby Buddha actually makes their own cups, and anytime you can use the same brand of cups with your pump, you're likely to have the most consistent results. So me usually being on the more conservative side of things, I usually just say if the company has a cup, that's probably your best bet. Although this one does pair with a lot of other cups nicely. Again, be cautious of this one because it is a very powerful motor and it's only intended to be used with the products that the company built for it. So when you put on different styles of backflow protectors or diaphragms, it will adjust the suction. There's not as much, I don't want to say safety features, but this pump will go really high. Part of what makes it not go that high is the Baby Buddha equipment on the other end. Does that make sense? For example, Medela cups, the suction on those when we use them is crazy high, like rip your nipples off high. So just be cautious there. A few other cups, if you wanted to try that do work well with these ones, are the Zomi cups, which are actually pretty similar. Ardo cups, which are a bit smaller, also work fine. The FREEBIES Slim Fit also has pretty good suction and a flatter shape. The OG LV Stride cups work nicely as well. Rumble Tough cups are okay. They reduce the suction a little bit, which might be good if you want to reduce the suction. Sometimes we do that intentionally with this pump for clients. Anyway, there's a few ideas for you. With the Genie Advanced, this company does not make their own cups, so you gotta find something different. But the nice thing here is that most cups pair really well. Very standard tubing, and the suction levels are in with a really normal limit, so I'm not too concerned about you there. Some good examples might be the Medela cups, LV Stride Original cups, Rumble Tough Slims, the Fanfi E Rosy are nice options as well, but really almost anything you can pair with this pump. I'll put a couple of extra cup resources down in the description for you. While we're here, we might as well talk about some of the other factors really quick, although I really love diving into the data and seeing how these pumps are actually different on the inside. But if you're looking for noise, battery life, portability, they're really similar in those areas. Both are quiet enough for the office. Baby Buddha maybe has a slight edge there, but not even, I hate to even say that because I'm not convinced. Some things online mentioned that the Genie Advanced may have a little bit longer battery life if that's something that's important to you, but again, I think they're going to be really similar. Both are closed system pumps, so cleaning is going to be very similar as well. The Liquid Shield kit does have just a few more parts, but nothing overly complicated. Baby Buddha's parts vary depending on the flange or cup system that you pair it with, so cleaning time may range there as well. I'm going to show you just a quick size comparison too, because I think that's always the thing people are like, well, the Baby Buddha is smaller. And I'm like, it is, but not that much. Okay? It is smaller, but not a ton. And again, this fits in a scrub pocket. This fits in pockets. It's fine. Okay, some quick pros and cons for you right at the end. If you're still like, ooh, I don't know. The Pumpables Genie Advanced has cycle speed options, consistent speed and stimulation mode. That's a big one for me. That's why I put it at the top of the list. It also has programmable sessions. It's got the Liquid Shield kit for gentle pumping if that's important to you. Long battery life. It is a little bit bigger than the Baby Buddha, but still nice sized. The Baby Buddha is small. It has high suction capabilities, and it has 3 patterns available, which might be kind of fun to experiment. Potentially shorter battery life, but I'm not convinced there. The big one here is stronger suction may feel a little aggressive to some, but for others, that's actually on the pro list. So kind of depends on where you're at. I would pick the Genie Advanced if you value customizing speed and strength separately. If you aren't sure what you like, so you want some options. If you like to be able to program your sessions once and never touch them again. those would lead me to send you toward the Genie Advanced. Pick the Baby Buddha 2.0 if you want high suction over other features, if that's really important to you. If you enjoy experimenting with some different modes and patterns, or if you want the absolute smallest option available. Both of these pumps have their loyal fans, and now you know exactly why. Let me know in the comments which you like best after subscribing to the channel. We have many additional resources for you, a breast pump data library, we've got a free course on choosing a breast pump, and of course our coaching program if you want one-on-one help from me and my team, if you're a working mom and you want the most efficient path to learning how to pump correctly and going back to work. Didn't even notice my screensaver came on. That's kind of cool. Good luck to you on your pump search and happy pumping.